Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. I hope you're having a good day or night wherever you are. I do pick a card readings on this channel, and if you're not familiar with that, I will explain it in just a moment. Today we are looking into the week ahead. We're looking at what to expect, messages, advice, and any insight that we can get for our week ahead. So here we have 3 different piles. If you're not familiar with pick a card readings, the idea is to pick the card that you're most drawn to. You can pick via image, word, or number. This is group 1, 2, or 3. And yeah, if you end up liking this pick a card reading or you love pick a card readings, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate all of your support. It really helps my channel. So here we have focus, faith, and the unexpected. So go ahead and take your time, take a deep breath. I think that really helps people pick the pile that resonate with them the most. So once you're ready, head on down to the description or the comment section, check out the timestamps that will correlate with your card, and head on over to your reading. I will see you there. Thank you so much. See ya. Hello, Group 1. If you chose this focus card right here, then this reading is for you. So please take what resonates with you and leave the rest, because this is a general reading. Just a quick reminder. Alright, so for the week ahead, you did choose the focus card. You were drawn to this card, and I always include, whenever I do like pick a cards like this, I always include the card that you chose. So for this week, you might be wanting to get into just a focus state. This card is very, actually, even for a card that says focus, this looks very calming and soothing. It's almost a spiritual focus. If anything, it's like a very expanded awareness kind of focus, where you're just maybe hearing and listening to people's intentions better this week, or maybe you're more aware of your own actions and why you're doing things this week, or why certain things are happening this week. It's just, in a way, maybe you're more forgiving of it because you're seeing like the reasons behind it better. So it's almost like there's like a spiritual factor to it, which is interesting. So yeah, let's dive right into your week. Okay, so we'll look at the overview of your week first with these 2 cards in the middle. So let's see what we have. We have the Spirit Whisperer, Divine Guidance, and Higher Knowing. What did I say about the focus card? There's definitely like a spiritual aspect that I'm picking up already, and it's not a bad thing. You know, it's not a bad thing to be more aware and to be more expanded. It's actually really great, because when you're able to do that, you're able to discern things better, and you're able to accomplish more things because you're more focused. You know, it helps you keep your mind in check and your emotions in check. All right, so we also have the 3 of Fire. This is great. I love this. Okay, so the 3 of Fire is expansion. It's about travel, and especially with this card, as you can see, this person is on a boat. They are sailing up into the clouds. They're going places. They're going to great places. So I feel like, yeah, this week seems like it's going to be really productive for you, especially having the 3 of Fire as your overview card. And yeah, like I said, I think I kind of covered it already, or picked up on it with the focus card, with what the Spirit Whisperer is saying. I just feel like this week you're more aware of things, and maybe even you're getting more hits and divine guidance than usual. So definitely tuning into your intuition is important this week. It's going to help you as you navigate through this energy. This energy is also the energy of growth and expansion. So sometimes it can feel quite hectic. It may feel like productive, but a lot going on, you know? So I feel like having this awareness and this guidance is going to help you best navigate this so you don't burn yourself out and you just make the most out of this week and be as productive as you can. All right, so let's see what's going on with your other cards. So we have the Four of Air, which is equivalent to the Four of Swords. We have the Ten of Water in reverse. We have the Sun. And we have the Six of Air. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, definitely this week seems like it's going to be productive for you, Group 1, because the focus that you're being asked this week and how to direct your energy and maybe where is the Four of Air, which the Four of Air is about. It's about resting. It's about internalizing. As you can see, it's funny because this card is supposed to be very relaxed and calm, and it almost seems like she just wants to huddle there and not be bothered with this card. And I feel like because there may be a lot going on for you this week, I mean, you're going to be very focused and, like I said, more aware. So I think you're going to be fine regardless, but maybe you'll have moments this week where you're just like, please don't talk to me. I just want to sit and relax for like 5 minutes. So yeah, definitely when you get that 5 minutes, if you have to say that to some people, maybe you can say it nicer, but just take that 5 minutes to rest. You know, that's a great way to be able to navigate this energy of the Three of Air and to make the most of it. And yeah, I see you doing whatever it is that you want to do this week and, you know, making the most of it. If you have creative projects this week, then it's a great time for that. I feel like you'll be very inspired this week. If you're having creative ventures and creative projects, if you're thinking, especially for those of you that have business ventures or your own business, I feel like this week you'll be getting a lot of hits on what you can do to expand, on new ideas and new products to bring out. And it's also a good time for learning for those of you that are working on learning, or maybe you're going to school. I know some schools and classes are starting back up since we're coming towards September. So if you're in the US, then that's definitely possible. Yeah, and honestly, just enjoy this week because you have the Sun card and it actually landed in the spot of this spread where I'm supposed to be asking events and stuff happening and coming in this week. So the Sun is definitely, it's the yes card. It's just being blissful and enjoying things. Blessings could be coming in this week also. Like I said, you're going to have a lot of divine spiritual aspects to this week, so you could definitely be getting blessings if you're looking, you know, for whatever you're looking for this week, whether that's more abundance, more money, more creativity and learning. It's coming in. All right, so with the 10 of Water in reverse and the 6 of Air, I feel like I was getting this undertone earlier too, with the Spirit Whisper. I feel like this week, with your expanded awareness, you're going to learn about something, or maybe something is going to happen this week, or maybe it's just going to be out of nowhere where you're getting this realization or this hit where you will be able to break through of maybe a past issue and be able to truly move on from it. Because this card upright, I mean, this is like the position that it landed in is supposed to be something that you're supposed to focus on releasing, and this is a lesson for the week. So I feel like you will. I feel like whatever this is, maybe it's something that didn't work out, because this is the 10 of water. That's usually about wishes. That's usually about things coming to fruition and just having fulfillment, with it being in reverse. Maybe it was something that didn't work out, maybe a dream that didn't happen, or maybe something that didn't happen the way that you wanted it to. And I feel like this week you're fully embracing the path that you're on, especially with this 3 of fire. I feel like you're finally embracing it and even expanding on it, and you're fully moving on. Because with the 6 of air, that is what I associate most with the 6 of air or the 6 of swords, is just look how free this is with the birds. And it almost like, I think this is water, but it almost looks like they're flying and floating away in the air or in the clouds or something like that. And that's what the 6 of swords is. Unlike the 8 of cups, I feel like the 8 of cups is also a card about moving on, but I feel like that one is moving on to bigger and better things and maybe moving forward. The 6 of swords is also about moving on. It's also about transitioning and moving away from the past, but I feel like it's more about really truly being able to move on and fully embracing and make peace with something. And that's what I'm getting from your reading, is really just, yeah, making peace this week with what happened in the past, and making peace with what path you're on, and being able to fully embrace it. And maybe that's why your focus is, more expanded this week, is because you're being present this week, especially with the Sun card. You're being productive, present, aware, and just enjoying this week. All right, so let's see what you have for your oracle cards. We have the Rainbow Dragon. I've actually never drawn that card, but I've seen it before when, especially when I was reading the guidebook for this. Oh, I love this one. This is amazing. We have Great Adventure. Take a risk and venture forward. I love that, because look how similar those two are. Oh my gosh. There's this card here. We have Magical. We have Centered. And then we have your affirmation and self-care, which I will talk about after I talk about these cards. Okay, so for some of you, I actually wonder if you're traveling, because there's definitely a travel aspect to this reading. That may actually be true for a few of you. You may actually be traveling, whether that's, via plane and far away, or you're just traveling to the next town over. There's definitely a sense of adventure this week for you, or it could even just be exploring like a new cafe, or I don't know, a new restaurant, a new bookstore. I don't know. But yeah, take a risk and venture forward. So definitely don't be afraid to take a risk this week, and listen to your intuition about that if you're having any doubts about it, because like I said, with your expanded awareness, I feel like you'll be able to discern really well on when you need to take a risk, and when to not. So if you're having any doubts about that, then definitely trust your intuition. You're being very centered this week. Like I said, I feel like you're just very grounded, centered, and you're feeling really good and really magical this week. So I feel like you're manifesting really well this week. The Three of Fire is also a card of manifestation. So like I said, you have blessings coming in this week, and part of that is because of this focus state that you're on, this centered and groundedness. So don't let whatever in the past, don't let that stuff hold you back. And focus on resting when you can, and focus on truly being able to move forward and embracing this path that you're on. That's kind of like the similar message with the rainbow dragon. It's just the rainbow dragon is just possibilities. It's like this rainbow. It's like it's all the colors of the rainbow. It's all about being, again, in this centered state, in this very happy pot of gold rainbow thing going on with this week. This is a very bright and positive reading, and I feel like you'll have, moments where it will get difficult just because I feel like there's a lot going on this week, but don't worry, trust your intuition. You got this. Move forward, move on. There's a lot for you to look forward to. That's just something to remember this week. All right, so for your self-care, we have nature. Yeah, like I said, some of you could be camping as part of your great adventure. If not, I mean, maybe some of you are hiking, or just maybe, like I said, this week seems very grounded for you. So, I mean, to ground even more, you might be feeling pulled to go outside. Maybe it's just to sit next to a tree or on the grass or something like that. But I definitely feel like you're going to be going outside somehow this week because you have the sun. We have all this venturing out and the nature card. For your affirmation, we have regretful. I release blame and guilt. Yeah, definitely. Whatever blame and guilt you're feeling, it's time to move on. It's time to release and let go of it. And I feel like just show gratitude this week. Gratitude is very important when we have weeks like this, when, lots of things are happening, but at the same time, lots of good things and blessings are coming in. It's just to be in that grace of gratitude and let go of all that blame and guilt, because it's in the past. All right, and then we have relieved. I am calm and relaxed. This is your mood this week. Calm and relax, and definitely relax when you can. Take that walk outside if you have 5-10 minutes at work. I know some people that I've worked with in the past would take 5-10 minutes to walk around the building outside during their lunch break. So if you feel like doing that, then do so. It will be really good for you this week. All right, that is your reading for the week, Group 1. I hope it was helpful. I hope it gave you guidance for your week. Let me know in the comments below how your week went. You can come back to this video. Let me know if it resonated as well. I am open for reading, so if you're interested in that, all of the information and links will be down in the description below. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want to see more pick a card readings, please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all of your support and I'm very thankful for it. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys next week or in the next video. Hello, Group 2. If you chose the Faith card, Worm Moon, for your card, then this is your reading. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right, so we have the Faith card. This card reminds me of the Surrender card in the tarot. I mean, she's fully immersed in this grass and she's just sleeping there. Almost looks like she's hibernating. And that's what surrendering is. It's like full surrender is just allowing things to come, allowing things to happen. It looks like she's pregnant in this imagery, so it's kind of like in a sense of, I guess, general stuff. Maybe for those of you that were drawn to this, maybe because you've been working on some things, you've been putting your time and effort, possibly heading towards a goal or making something or making a project, that you were drawn to this because you're trying to make something happen, and maybe you've been anxious about the progress and how slow it is, and it's just you're asking to have faith. Okay, you've done the work and you are still doing the work. Now you're being asked to have faith. All right, so let's get to the rest of your reading. Let's see what's ahead for you for the week. So we'll start with your overview with the middle of the cards. We have Seven of Fire in reverse. And we have the Eagle King, the big picture. Angelic help. Okay, so it's interesting because I think we had this card last week. And it was actually upright. Was it last week or maybe the week before? So this may be a different message for someone else. It may not have been that group, but I remember talking about it, and this card is about standing up for your beliefs. It's also about, it's the say yes card, if I remember correctly, that I was saying, and I'm remembering that reference. And while it's good to be independent, while it's good to stand up for your own beliefs and go with your gut and all of that, I mean, that's still very well encouraged. You should be doing things because it's your truth and you're saying yes to yourself. But there are times when we need to be open to accept help. And it's interesting because this card upright, it reminds me of, like, it looks very heroic. And heroes are supposed to save people. Heroes are, or at least our definition of hero in this society, something heroic, or heroes are supposed to carry on things by themselves, and they're able to support other people. But the thing is, I mean, if something is being offered to you, this has to also do with receiving from the universe, receiving blessings. If you've been working towards something, especially because you chose faith, and a blessing comes in the form of help or advice, or maybe someone's going to help you get there, or a connection or something. If you're too busy trying to save everything and everyone, then it's going to be hard to see that blessing coming in, and it's going to be hard to see maybe that advice that's trying to be conveyed to you. So I think the bottom line with the cards that you have as your overview for this week is to be open to help. I'm really seeing the angelic help there, so maybe an angel is coming in for you this week to give you some guidance or help for whatever you believe. For those of you that aren't as spiritual or not into angels, maybe you believe in something else, help like this, help from the angels, universe, spirit, your guides. It can, whatever spiritual being or entity this is, it can come in many forms, and whatever that is, just accept whatever it is. It could be maybe messages are being conveyed to you and you're ignoring your intuition, or it can come in the form of other people, maybe a friend, or maybe even someone that you're meeting this week is trying to guide you and give you advice, and you're being resistant to it because you want to do things yourself. And you don't have to do everything by yourself. I mean, if help is being offered, then why not? It's wrong with accepting the grace and goodness of other people. All right, let's see what else we have for this week. So we have the 8 of Water. We have the 5 of Earth. We have the King of Water. And for this one, when I was shuffling for the placement of the spread here, 3 cards actually came out, and they did not they did not want to come off together, so I took it as like all of these needed to be read together. So we have the King of Fire, we have the Queen of Fire, okay, and we have the 6 of Earth in reverse. Okay, I hope I have enough room here. Alright, so let's move a little bit here. Yep, okay. That should be good. Alright, group 2 for this week. I'm actually going to talk about this 8 of Water first. Usually this card means moving on or moving to something better, leaving behind something that's no longer serving you. As you can see here, he has like this pot of, or this treasure chest, but he's moving away from it. He's moving and waiting for that ship. And actually this week, because of where this landed in kind of like the placement that you're supposed to kind of be ignoring or releasing this week. So with this, what I'm getting from it is, I'm not saying that you can't think about, maybe you've been thinking about moving on from something, maybe you realize that there's something that's no longer serving you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I just think this is something you can put on hold for this week, because I feel like this treasure chest is something that's being conveyed in this angelic help that I was talking about, and whatever guidance, spiritual guidance that is being given to you, or spiritual aid, is going to come in this form. So it's telling you to stay on this dock just for a little bit longer, just for this week, because maybe there's something that's trying to be conveyed to you here before you go on that journey. It's not saying that this isn't gonna happen, it's just saying that hang on for this week, we have other stuff for you this week. Okay, so lots of messages. With the 5 of Earth, that card again, that card is interesting in a sense where it's usually maybe about, it could be financial loss, or maybe just being a little bit low on money, or anything more in the materialistic world, but it's also that feeling of lack, or that feeling of being alone. And for me, it's really, really getting highlighted this week, of that feeling of being alone and having to do everything alone. So again, I feel like it's a confirmation to accept help this week, or just at least be open to accepting help, or being in that idea of it. I really feel like people around you are starting to be supportive, or trying to be supportive and give you help, and maybe you're misunderstanding it. Maybe you're doubting some of them, especially if this is connected to the reading I gave last week. Maybe you're doubting some of them, and who knows, maybe this week they're just more open-minded. It may not be connected at all, but I really feel like there's some resistance here coming from you about accepting help about this. And I feel like that's really your lesson for this week, is just being more open to whatever comes. And I will get back to that after I talk about this. So this week, I do want to mention with the Six of Earth in reverse and the Five of Earth, this is not the week to go on an all-out shopping spree. I I feel like this week is the week to save. And I'm not saying that there's something that's going to happen, in terms of financial wise. I just feel like maybe this is in preparation for this journey. Who knows? That's coming up ahead for you. Maybe it's just better to save your money this week. And the other thing with this is, yeah, definitely there's some kind of imbalance here about like giving and receiving. And I feel like it has to do with you receiving help and support from other people and you're just being really resistant to it. Because this card talks about balances and it also talks about giving and receiving. And usually it questions whether that's balance, whether who's giving and who's receiving, on what scale you're at. And I feel like whatever help this is, or assistance or support, are coming from people that could be representing the Queen or King of Fire. These people will be very confident, they're charismatic, and I mean, usually that confidence comes from it with them being the King and Queen. That confidence comes from capability. So especially with the Queen of Fire here, if you're getting advice about whatever your goal is or whatever you're working towards, be open to listen, especially if it's represented in a person that embodies these two, because whatever advice they have, it's because they're an expert at it. They know what they're talking about. Their confidence comes from being very capable in that topic and very well learned. There's also a message here that it could be someone that's a love interest to you. They because we have the King and Queen right here, when those two usually pop up, sometimes I see it as like being a love interest, because there's that like duality and dynamic to it. Yeah, if it is a love interest, don't shut them out. They're just doing it and offering this help out of the goodness of their heart. They just want to support you. You guys, let yourself be supported. It's going to be okay. All right, so we are getting into the oracle portion of this card. Actually, something else came in. Sorry. I saw this and I was like, the King. We have a lot of like court card energy here, especially like the kings. I think this week is a good week, yeah, to definitely open up to support and to not be judgmental, because maybe you're feeling with 2 wands here and being the King and Queen of the fire energy, maybe they seem a little bit intimidating. Maybe because these people are higher up. Who knows? If this is job related and they're offering you help and you're being skeptical, it's like almost as if you're asking, is this a prank? It's not. They want to offer you help. And I think like coming into this with an open mind and an open heart will really help you get the most out of this help and advice and assistance. So be open to that. So let's get into your oracle cards. We have self-love. Yeah, that's definitely coming through with the 5 of Earth up there. We have angelic assistance. Oh my gosh, you guys. There's definitely an angel helping you this week. We have taking shelter. The answers are within. We have clear the air, distant thunder. Okay. And then we have goddess. Okay. And then we have your oracle, your self-care oracle this week, and your affirmation, which I will get to after I talk about the oracle cards. Okay, so before I get to this angel assistance, the self-love card, I think it's just, I feel like there's a message here of understanding, um you know, being independent and accepting help. Like, I feel like there's something about receiving and your worth coming in, like, especially if this is something new to you, like, especially if you just come to embrace this path, you may be a bit defensive about it and maybe your own thoughts and opinions because you want to be able to prove yourself. But I mean, this card is here to tell you, turn to love this week for yourself and for other people. You're doing great wherever you are. There's nothing wrong with accepting help. There's nothing wrong with accepting advice or even just listening. It doesn't take away any love or any self-worth from yourself. And yeah, I mean, the goddess energy is, it's sacred, but I also see it as kind of like the feminine energy, just kind of like, again, it's about receiving. This card is another confirmation to receive. Like, you're being given something this week, and possibly in the form of an advice or assistance from another person, and that's how this angel is trying to assist you. It's just, you need to open yourself up for it. You need to be open to those answers within. This card is actually very similar to the Five of Earth. Like, whenever I see that card, I always think, oh, Five of Pentacles. And again, taking shelter usually means that you're going to take shelter somewhere that's already established, that has people in it, that's willing to give you support. Whoever these people are that may be coming in to help you could be very established. So again, accepting that help. Lots of messages here about accepting help. Please be open to accept help this week. For the distant thunder, I feel like there could be a little bit of I don't even want to say conflict. I feel like it's just maybe like a heated conversation. Maybe, again, with the Seven of Fire in reverse, maybe you're feeling a little bit defensive, and that might that might come through in your conversations, and it's just telling you, it's okay to clear the air if this happens. It's okay to let them know, hey, sorry, I was a bit of defensive about this, but I'm willing to accept help. That's just an example. Okay, let me pull you a card with this angel assistance stuff, and I wonder if anything's gonna come through. Just because there's so many messages here about like an angel assistance. What is this message or assistance that this angel is giving? All right, let's see. We have, oh my gosh. Okay. We have the women holding a coin, and we have the sun. Yeah, there is definitely a blessing coming in for you this week, and again, you have to be open for abundance and blessings this week to receive it. Women holding a coin, I mean, you could be getting something in the form of abundance about finances, but I also see it as like maybe you're getting financial advice from this queen or king of fire, or maybe how to advice about something with business or your career, possibly. And just be open to it, just accept it. All right, let's see what your affirmation and your self-care card is for this week. So you are being asked to sing. For those of you that don't like to sing, you don't have to sing. You can if you want in front of your mirror, but I don't know why I'm talking like this. I don't know what or who I'm channeling to talk like that. But anyway, what I was trying to say was music could be a factor for you this week. It could really help you in being more open to listening this week, because I feel like that's a big message for you, is just to be open to listening. So yeah. And then we have for affirmation, we have codependent. I will support and rely on myself. Okay, you know what I'm getting from this? I think, okay, here's the message that I'm getting. Codependency and being codependent is not the same as, it's not the same as accepting and receiving support or help. Because now it's very clear. I feel like if this is your fear of why this is coming up, you can still support yourself in many different ways, and you can definitely be independent yourself. It doesn't make you codependent to accept advice or help from other people. That's not what codependency is. Codependency is when you start thinking, oh, I really need these people or this person or this thing in my life because I need it for this, that, and all of this. That's not it. Let's say these people only give you this advice one time, and I'm not saying that's it, don't worry. Don't panic about missing out on this opportunity, but this is just an example. Like, let's say this is something that they're just giving you right now because maybe something that they were impressed by you or something like that. And that's just it. They're just giving you that advice that one time. It's not like you're relying on them over and over again to achieve this thing, right? You can go to them and consult them again, and maybe they'll be open to it, but it's not like you need them to survive. Is the feeling of what codependency is and being codependent. From the 7 of Fire, and having even that mindset of truly sticking to your faith and being able to support yourself is already enough that you are willing and able to support yourself and rely on yourself. So go ahead and accept the blessings that is being given to you this week. All right, that was your reading for this week. I hope it was helpful, and I hope it gave you the guidance that you needed. Comment below if it resonated. Let me know. You can come back to this video at the end of the week and let me know how it went. And yeah, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more pick card readings. I really appreciate your support, and it really helps my channel, so thank you so much for that. And yeah, if you want to learn more about my readings, I am open for personal readings. All of that stuff will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys next week or on the next video. Hello, Group 3. If you chose the unexpected card, Blue Moon, then this reading is for you. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. So we have the unexpected card. As I said in the other piles, whenever I do a pick a card like this, I always include the card that you chose or you were drawn to in the reading. So maybe there's something happening that's unexpected this week, or maybe even it's interesting because when I picked up this card, I felt this resistance, like a really strong sense of resistance, and maybe you were drawn to this card because it's a weird feeling. It's like you want something different to happen, but at the same time you don't. It's like you don't want something unexpected to happen. Yeah, it's a strange vibe that I'm getting from you, Group 3. And actually, I know I said I was going to talk about this, but I feel like I just want to get into the reading just because I'm getting a very strange in-between vibe. coming from this and maybe coming from you, possibly. It could be because you're in the middle of a transition. I mean, this card is the unexpected, so usually that would mean change and transitions and maybe something rare, because the blue moon is pretty rare. So let's get to your overview. We did get 2 cards for your tarot when I was shuffling. So we have Temptations and we have the 8 of Fire. Okay, let me move this so that we have room. And we have the Horse King, Assistance and Control. Okay, yeah, that, I think that kind of makes sense with what I was saying with the unexpected. This week seems like it's going to be pretty fast for you. With the Horse King here, I feel like there's a sense that I'm getting that you want to control things at a, like, for some reason, and I'm curious to see what the rest of your cards are, but there's just, I'm getting a very strong feeling with the control, which is interesting because this is supposed to be the advice, but I'm getting that that's what you want, is maybe to control this week. It seems like it's going to be a hectic week, or it could be productive too. The 8 of Fire is just very fast moving, and it can mean that many things could be happening as well. So I feel like you just want to stay on top of things this week. The thing is, though, you have the Temptations card here, which means usually distractions coming up. Again, temptations, as the word says. And it's just, that's where this advice I feel like comes in also, is it's okay to be tempted. You know, it's okay to, what am I trying to say here? It's okay to give in to your temptations. Maybe you want a sweet treat this week. You just have to make sure that you do it in moderation. You take control of that temptation. You know, don't let it control you. And make the most out of this week too, because the 8 of Fire is, you know, a lot of things could be happening, but it's kind of like a blessing sometimes when I see this card and this energy, because it means things are moving again. It's a change of pace. That could be why you were attracted to the unexpected card. Maybe deep down you want a change of pace. Maybe you've been bored lately. All right, let's see what the rest of your cards are. We have Queen of Air. We have 4 of Earth in reverse. We have the Hermit card in reverse. And we have the Messenger of Earth. Okay. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. So, I'm gonna tell you a story with this card and what I'm seeing. I feel like for some of you, you were this hermit. Maybe you've been in isolation, or maybe you put yourself there, or maybe you've actually been enjoying like this time alone, or this time for yourself. Or with the hermit, it's usually about spiritual exploration, self-knowing, going deep in the soul. I feel like you've been enjoying that, and then this week is a change of pace, and I feel like you want it to come, but you don't. You know what I mean? Like, do you ever feel like that? It's like you want something, but you also don't. I feel like you were enjoying this, but now Spirit is saying, yeah, you're way past due with being in this mode, and you need to start getting out of your comfortable zone, so we're bringing it to you, kind of thing. Don't worry, I don't see anything destructive in this. I just think it's more like a jolt. I'm not seeing anything like tower-like or any very disruptive. It's just something that's going to take you out of this hermit mode. Same thing with the 4 of Earth in reverse here. this card is usually about like keeping things in, hoarding, and being more secluded and secure. And with it in reverse, I'm seeing it like just like with this card is kind of like freeing this up and letting it go. Yeah, I think this week is a week for you to let loose. Maybe you will have a friend that will take you out this week or get you out of your comfort zone. And you know what? The key to this week is just to let it go, let loose, let things happen, because you're actually manifesting this week. Eight of Fire and Messenger of Earth, those are manifestation cards. So if you're worried about whatever goal you're working towards this week, maybe you've been in isolation or you've been by yourself this week just because, or in the past, I mean, just because you have been very focused on whatever your goal is. You've been very immersed in it. And maybe that's why you don't want to leave either, is because you're like, well, I have all this to do and I'm really excited to do this. Your manifestation, your goals are coming to you. Your blessings are coming. This week you're just being asked to let loose and open yourself up, because if you don't open this door, how can your manifestation get to you? You know, how can your blessings and your goals get to you? There is a hint of temptation this week, like I said. So I think this week with the Queen of Air, you're being asked to tune into yourself very well, even if you're being asked to come out of the hermit mode. And be honest with yourself. Be honest when you know you're going too far with something, or you're maybe, whether that's overindulging in food, overindulging in shopping, or overindulging in partying. I don't know, whatever you're doing to get yourself out of your comfort zone this week, maybe going out. Deep down, you know what moderation is, and you know what going too far is. So just stick to your truth when it comes to that this week. All right, so let's get to your oracle cards. We have affirmations. We have faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. And we have inspire. All right. Yeah, these are all for oracle cards this week. For some reason, I just wasn't getting that many. For you, group 3, and I think that has to do with whatever is happening this week. I think you're not meant to know what this unexpected is. And that's okay. Like I said, this isn't something that's like a tower disruptive crazy moment. It's just maybe someone's coming into your life and saying, hey, let's go out and do this. Or maybe a family member that you haven't seen in a while is coming in. They're like, oh, I want to see this and that. And you're like, oh, that's not part of my schedule. You know? You know, that kind of feeling. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you this week. Okay, so some of the energy that's coming into you this week with the 8 of Fire could be inspiration. You could be getting hits of inspiration, and I know things may be different this week for you, so that's okay. Don't panic. You'll still achieve your goals. You'll still be able to act on these inspirations. Maybe you'll have to like revise your plans just for this week and save some for later, but you can definitely jot your inspirations down this week. Maybe even whatever is happening this week that's unexpected is going to inspire you. That's definitely a possibility. Okay, so I am getting a very stressed out energy from you guys for this week, and I think it has to do with just things being really fast moving and the unexpected and being taken out of your comfort zone. So for this week, I think affirmations, maybe just saying it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be all right, just, or you know, I am well or something. Affirmations like that If you have your own affirmations, great, say that to yourself, but I think it'll be very helpful for you guys to calm down and embrace and enjoy what comes this week. And also it'll be helpful for you guys to discern whatever these temptations and when you need to be in moderation for this week. Again, it's being very vague. It's saying that something is happening this week, something is coming, and whatever it is, it's foreign to you. Whatever activity you're getting taken out on possibly is something that you definitely would not do. Or maybe just like a restaurant or dessert place that you wouldn't eat, or maybe you're not even into desserts and your friend is going like, but I really want to eat at this place, let's go, and you discover like a dessert that you're like there and you're very surprised by it. So just be open to it. All right, your affirmation and your self-care card this week is to blog. For those of you that do blogging or anything like that, go ahead and write about your experiences this week and what you discover this week, because I feel like you're going to discover a lot about your own experiences with the Messenger of Earth here, and it'll be good to blog about that. If not, then just maybe writing your experiences down will help you look forward to the rest of your week and maybe your weeks ahead, because you're definitely getting out of this internalizing and hermit isolation mode, and I think writing that stuff down is going to help you just enjoy what you've learned from here and take it forward with you. All right, and then we have mysterious. There's more to me than what you see. Yeah, it's the cards, and the cards are definitely being really mysterious this week. So I'm actually curious. Let me know what happens that's unexpected for you this week and how that went, how you felt. I'm really curious. Let me know what happens. And who knows, maybe you'll discover something about yourself. Like I said, maybe you'll discover you like desserts or whatever that specific dessert is this week. But yeah, that is pretty much it for your reading for this week. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, if it resonated or whatever that unexpected thing is that's happening this week for you. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me if you want to see more pick a card readings. It really helps my channel and I really do appreciate all of your support. I am open for personal readings. All of that stuff will be in the description below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys next week or in the next video. Bye-bye.